We continue on our journey from Bramerton up towards Norwich, and this video will take us all the way into the yacht station where we go for a nice walk. And if you want to see that one, it's in the October 2022 series, which there's probably a link at the end of this video that you can click onto. If you're not subscribed, now's the time to do it, because there's plenty more coming up. And like I've said before, we've got February, then April, then August, then October again, so there's plenty more to be going at. And I'll probably, if these videos will be just about cam footage prove popular, then I will probably do some more. We saw quite a lot of rowers out on this day, braving the elements. It was a little bit damp, as you can see, but it did clear up later on. I suppose they don't really bother about the rain, do they? And we're not far off now from Commissioner's Cut, where, if you've seen my previous videos, we mowed up there in August and we had a walk down myself, Claire and Carl, the Friday before we came on to Lightning on this holiday. We stayed at Thorpe St Andrews, and from Commissioners Court it's only a short walk up to Thorpe, so you can. It's very difficult to get under the railway bridges, so that's a good alternative. Now on the way up here, I think I must have been concentrating on passing these rowers, because I think I remember commenting, I hope a boat doesn't come around this bend now, because it was a blind bend, I couldn't see. But just after the houseboat, on the corner, well, a bit farther up actually, I didn't notice it going up here, but there was a boat that must have been set on fire, and we noticed it coming back when we was coming back from Norwich down to Bramerton. And I seem to recall that when we was there in August, there was a boat, like a liveaboard boat with a family on it, and I was just wondering, well, I hope nobody was hurt first of all, but I'm just wondering, was it that boat that was there? I think they put some sort of cordon around it. It looks, if you look on the right there now, where that tree is, the one directly on the right, it's black. That's been burnt. So I'm feeling that the boat was there originally, and they towed it down here where the bollards are in that little blue cordon sort of thing, because all the key endings all burnt there. Now either it was there originally and then it's broke loose and then ended up under the tree, I don't know, but if anybody knows the history of that, please let me know. I hope the rain on the lens didn't spoil that little bit of a section there. It's a bit difficult to wipe off when you're at the upper helm and the camera's at the front of the boat. You have to keep going downstairs and then walk along the boat, open the roof, wipe it off, and it's a bit difficult to do that when you're actually steering as well. I was multitasking at this point. People have commented on that, saying us men can't usually multitask, but there I was with camera in one hand, brolly in the other, steering wheel in the other. Think about. Yeah. The cruise up to Norwich, or well, through into Norwich, isn't half as bad as it used to be many years ago. It's a bit grim. You've got Coleman's factory, and well, a lot of dilapidated buildings which have now been replaced by apartments and shopping complex and dining complex and all sorts of stuff. So it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. I still won't stay overnight though, because well, too many drunks about. That's outside the boat, not inside it. Here we are now at the yacht station, just about to turn round shortly to end up pointing at the direction we'll be going in later. And it was brightening up a bit. In fact, it turned out quite nice in the end, and it was quite warm. So now then, we see these ranges a bit later on when we was going down back to Bramerton, and I think they've got a trainee, a young girl with them. So yeah, we've turned around, more up, and myself and Carl attempt to get rid of some of these leaves. I'm using a brush, he's using the hose pipe, and we did a fairly decent job of it. Problem was, it was mud up under a tree. So when we'd finished our walk and come back, there was more leaves on the boat. Anyway, in fact, it was a lovely walk. Have you seen that video? Well, like I said, it's more of a pub crawl really. But there's a little turning area where the mill is here now. I did think of going a bit farther up because somebody had mentioned to me that there's a wider stretch farther up. But I thought, well, rather than continue up the river, might as well turn where we usually do and then check it out on our walk, because we're walking that way up from the yacht station, well, from where we're more up down to it in the direction we're going now. And we come to a bridge called Bishop's Bridge, and just at the side of the bridge, strangely enough, there was the Red Lion. So we popped in there and then went round and then popped in another one and then came back and then popped in the Complete Angler. Yeah, so here's the turning bit where I usually do try to turn around here. There's plenty of room, and there's enough room for you to reverse into if there's not any boats moored facing. So a bit farther down past here, apparently there's a wider stretch. Well, there is, because I did see it. It's not that wide, tell you the truth, but it's probably a little bit easier for turning if there's boats moored here. At the time that we came here, it was £6 for a few hours during the day and £13 overnight, and you have to leave by 10 in the morning. The facilities here, they've got electric, water, pump out, and there's showers, and it does say that they have a combination so to get out and get in late at night, but the back end down towards Bishop's Bridge, you can just walk on that from down there, and there's nothing stopping people jumping over this fence in here if they want to come and untie your ropes in the middle of the night, which has happened before. So if you do more overnight at places like Great Yarmouth and Norwich, it's a good idea to drop your mud weight, but then make a note that you've done it, because next morning you might be setting off with it still down. So the guy is coming helping us tie up, and he was keen to know what was going on with the cameras. I think if he was hoping to see himself on YouTube, well, he might have done if he's watched this or the other one. In the next video we'll leave Norwich and we go down to Bramerton, and then that'll be the penultimate video, because the day after we leave Bramerton and go down to Brundle, but we do have a bit of a cruise through Surlingham Broad, so it's looking like probably another 2 videos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to get subscribed if you're not. Cheers.